Tell me about tell me about Pop. Tell me about the experience of playing with Pop. You mentioned the development part. I think that's something the Spurs do particularly well. They use the G League, but him as a coach and being able to sort of gain his trust, that process, what's that like?
Yeah, it's a grind. I mean, obviously my rookie year, I spent most of the year in the G League, um, which I was fine with because it got me a chance to play. I mean, we had a lot of vets on the team. We had a lot of known guys that have been playing for a while. So just getting down there and playing in the G League, and then just having him paying attention to what you're doing down there. It's not like you went down there and he forgot about you and doesn't care about you. Like I would come back up and he would be talking to me about it, and um, just let me know that they're still supporting me. And then that second year is really when I got my chance to play. DeJounte went down with the ACL, and I kind of just got thrown into it. He's like, got no other options. You got to go. And so just kind of thrown into the fire, and just trying to learn on the fly. I mean, his big thing with me was uh, telling me that I belonged and to prove to myself that I belonged. So every other day, like he would come up to me and be like, "Hey, you belong here." So just having someone like that believe in you and trust in you, it meant a lot.
Did you have a specific game or moment in practice, something where you felt yourself that you belonged?
Um, I mean, there's a specific game where I felt like I didn't belong.
Thought you were that too.
Which game was
Yeah.
that?
We played the Clippers. Um, it was like November 19th, 18, because Chip England put it in my locker. It was like, this is the game that's going to turn your career around. Like, we've all had lows like that. So, I mean, I think it was like the third quarter or something. Like, I just turned it over like three straight times, never went back in the game. Like, I had just came back from an injury. So I was just like, I hadn't really made my name for myself yet. So I was just like kind of down. And Chip was like, this is going to turn your career around. And you're just going to use this as motivation to never feel like this again. So he put that date in my locker, and um, just ever since then, I just try to stay upbeat, learn from that mistake, and just get better from it.
I feel like that moment is probably one of many moments you've had and one of many moments you have yet to have. I feel like it's just the plight of a sportsman. And I went through that so many times in my career. My oldest, who you met earlier, Knox, got really into basketball. He's obsessed. He's probably watching your YouTube highlights right now as we speak. He's probably right above us watching your YouTube highlights. And he's starting to play, and he's starting to play on a more competitive team. He was doing like a rec league this fall, and now he's playing on a more competitive team, better players. He had a particularly bad practice on Friday. He was very frustrated afterwards. And as a dad, of course, that hurts. But one of the things I told him was like, as long as you play basketball, you're going to feel this every week, every month, every year. Have you found that? Like, I know you that game sticks out in your memory, partially because of what Chip did. Chip's the man, like partially because of that. But I just feel like as a professional athlete, like it's not this linear trajectory. There's just so many peaks and valleys.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, Chip always said basketball is a humbling game. No matter how good you think you are, there'll be someday like it's gonna humble you. So I mean, I think that's just the beauty of the game. It's just there's ups, there's down, uh, there's highs or lows. You got to just learn and grow from each one. And I mean, obviously that's the first one that sticks out mostly in my mind. But there's been many times where you're down. Uh, whether you're not making shots, you're just not playing well, whatever it might be. So just trying to ride the wave, as my boy says back home, and just enjoy the whole thing.
You said Pop, in your opinion, and a lot of people would agree with you, greatest coach of all time. What is Pop's greatest strength?
I think he just knows how to communicate with people, knows how to connect with you on a deeper level. I mean, I always say that I learned a lot on the court, but I've learned more off the court from my time in San Antonio. Um, just trying to realize that it's bigger than basketball, which is something he talks about all the time. And I mean, just pushes you to be a better person. So obviously he wants you to do things on the basketball court, but I mean, it is a job at the end of the day, and he just wants you to be a great person, which is really the important thing.
Yeah.